Alright, so this morning we're going to Bell's Canyon. I'm trying out the new Saucony, well I guess they're not necessarily new, they're new to me. The new Saucony Guide ISO trail. I've had older versions of the road shoe and it feels pretty similar. I took it on a little test walk yesterday just to wear it in a little bit with my daughter. Oh, there are wild turkeys on the road. Cool. Yeah, so I'm heading up there. It's snowing right now, so it might be a little wet, but it'll be fine. We're going to try to get up to the point where there is actually snow on the trail. There's not a lot of snow up there, and that confirms, like, my run the other day. I ran up there, and there was not a lot of snow, so we're going to try to go up higher and try to get to where there's some snow. And you guys get to come and join me on my journey. You know, it's amazing how much just a few feet of elevation will get you. Looks like there'll be snow on the whole trail the whole time. That's okay. We'll be able to still tell where the snowpack is. Alright, here we go. Well, there's definitely snow on the trail. I guess my run is done, right? Not really. I'm going to see how high I can get, where I can get to that snowpack up on the top of the trail. And man, it's really pretty with all these low-lying trees. We'll see how it goes in the new shoes. I can already tell that I need to tighten them up a little bit. How's it going? And because they feel a little loose, which is okay. They're a little loose in the toe box area. I really like the black on these shoes. The green is okay. It's not my first preference of color, but at least the shoe look itself with all the colors looks pretty good. See that? That's ice. That's from the ice pack. So that's the farthest I'm going. Woo! Not as far up as I thought I'd go. I thought I would have had to go up all the way to the waterfall. Let's do a couple loops around the lake. Since tying the shoe tighter, it's holding my heel in there better. One thing I've noticed with this shoe is because it's normally a road shoe, it's got a lot more room in the toe area, which means with all this climbing I'm doing, climbing up and down, I can feel my toe area sloshing around a little bit. But that's not what I'm going to be using this shoe for, because it's got that stability post. It's a stability shoe. I'm going to be using it more for like the flat trails, where I need that post. I've got my Salomon Supercross for my climbing. I usually need a post of some kind because I pronate, and with the climbing I don't need it as much because my foot placement is all over the place. I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, overall, the Saucony Guide ISO trail feels pretty good. So I didn't realize this morning when I went on my run it was sprinkling just a little bit down here at my house. But then as I got up to Bell's Canyon area, it was just, the rain turned into snow. And there was actually a lot of snow up there. So this is my review of the Saucony Guide ISO trail. So my first impressions, it felt really good. It felt a lot like the Saucony Guide 10, which I have. I actually have 2 pairs of that, and this is my first pair here in the blue, and then I've got the blue and red as well. Those 2 are both exactly the same shoe. This essentially is the newer version, the newer model of it. It's not the latest version. When they made the ISO versions of these, they started releasing it as a trail shoe as well. The main difference there, so this is the ISO series. It actually, oh no, right here. It says what it is, ISO 10. And they made a few different changes when they originally made this shoe, the ISO series. I've noticed that the outer sole is a little bit different. It's got some of the newer technologies, specifically this lacing system where it can grip and kind of flex a little bit. And then the stability post is a little bit taller, I've noticed, and it's narrower than what the Guide 10 offered. It was wider and it doesn't seem as high. But overall, it's a good shoe. I really enjoyed running it. It feels just like the Guide 10, other than it's a trail version. The heel cups your heel really well. I don't know, my overall impressions was that it's pretty good, so. So normally I get a size 10.5 in this shoe. I found that the Guide 10, when I run in it, it's been feeling really, my toes get to the end and I'm filling the space. So with this new guide, I got a size 11, which made the shoe feel a little bit sloshy overall. I did have to tighten down the shoe there on my run, which ended up helping a lot. But it did feel a little bit sloshy in with my toe area, and it could be the shoe, but for what I'm going to be using it for, I think that will be okay. So I actually bought this shoe. I wanted a trail version of a stability shoe because I do pronate, and when I run on the road on flat surfaces, when I'm rolling through that gate, I find that I still pronate, whereas with technical trails where I'm climbing, I don't need that post as much. So I've got my Salomon Supercrosses for that. These ones are going to be my trail shoes that will allow me to have that pronation under control. So it's going to be more for flat trails and different things like that. My only worry about this shoe, I don't know how well this outer sole is going to hold up to, and I'm worried about the way that the tread is designed. It's not a full piece of rubber, and if you look at my Guide 10s, the rubber will come off over time. But these are really old shoes. I've torn these up plenty enough. That is actually from running on trails too much on these with these. So hopefully I don't have that problem with these. I hope that stays glued on well enough.
Can I help you?
Oh, I'm okay. So if you're thinking about getting this shoe, this is a stability shoe, so you need to make sure that you pronate, and you would need that, otherwise you'd be pushing yourself out. So when I run, I roll and fall inward. It's pretty moderate, it's not a lot, but I felt like this shoe was helping to support me plenty. When I was doing my loops around the lake, it's more flat, and I felt like it was supporting me with that post. The heel was really good, it kept my heel in there, and then through the midfoot, and then out here, through the midfoot it was keeping me held together, but then out here it was kind of a little sloshy, but that would be fine when I'm running just on more flat surfaces with a little bit of hills. But I noticed that when I was climbing, Yeah, and then the rocks and stuff, I was kind of sloshing around a little bit in the toe area, which would cause blisters if I was going on a long enough run. Yeah, overall, I really like the shoe. This wasn't my first choice in color, actually. There was a nice blue and gold version that looked really nice, but it's starting to grow on me. I really like the black, and then the green is okay. I like that there's the two colors, and it has a good balance of the color everywhere. I found that with some Saucony shoes, you either get a monocolor shoe where it's just, there's only blue on this, but then there's the gray here. And when you do get some color, sometimes it's only like in one area, with some of the Sauconys, at least that I sell at Big 5 where I work. Yeah, so I picked this up online with a couple of other things. This was actually my Christmas gift from my parents this year. Kind of a late Christmas. They gave me an Amazon gift card, and I was able to purchase that finally with it. Oh, you know what? I just realized these are the Guide ISO 2s. I thought they were the Guide ISO 1s. So they're the newer version. The versions in these they numbered all the guides to 10, and then they came with the Guide ISO, and then the Guide ISO 2. Yeah, overall, my first impressions, this shoe was great. I don't mind the slashiness at all for what I'm going to be using it for, in the toe area. The sizing was okay, even though I went a half size up, and I don't know, the color's starting to grow on me. So if you like this video, subscribe. I have more content. I do parkour as well, so there's content like that, and then I work at a really cool circus gym here in Salt Lake area, and yeah, it was a fun run this morning with the snow. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good one.